Hello and welcome. This is a quick video designed to show you how to use Puzzilla combined with FamilySearch to find more temple names that need temple ordinances to be completed. So if you're familiar with FamilySearch, when you log into FamilySearch and do various searches, you're going to notice that when you're looking for ordinances, the green temple is going to appear. In this particular search, I can see a couple, not search, but in this particular view. The problem is with FamilySearch is looking at the descendancy view, it only goes back 4 generations. So if I look at the descendancy view, I'd be able to see, say, Henry Yoakum and all his descendants, but it only go back 4 generations. So it makes it a little bit more difficult because you can't quite see as many names as you'd like to. So one of the things that we've been doing is, once you have a FamilySearch account, which almost everybody has, it's the same as your LDS.org login, you can use that same login to log into Puzzilla. Puzzilla has a free and a paid version. The paid version is the one that you're going to need. It's the one that shows you gives you the green temple signal when ordinances are needed, and it's about $39 or something close to that per year. And the other thing you're going to need to do is be able to keep track of all this because you're going to be going through a lot of data. You're going to be able to kind of bookmark and figure out where you're at. So the whole theory behind this is to find temple names. It's good to kind of set guidelines and benchmarks. And so we've established just an arbitrary number that we're going to go back 8 generations, because if you go back 8 generations, and we're going to go by sets of parents, if you go back 8 generations, you're going to have, if you go back 1 generation, this is, you and a spouse, you're going to have 2 sets of parents, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. If you go back 8 generations, you're going to have 256 sets of grandparents. So that's a good ballpark area to start. Obviously, once you complete 8 generations, or depending on where your family history research is at, you might have to start smaller. You might have to start with 6 or 7 generations back. But once you complete 8, well, obviously you can keep going further back, but it's good to set a good baseline. So here's how we do it. I just keep track. These are all the names of the names that we've already researched, and I just put an asterisk by it when we've checked it all out in Puzzilla. So I'm probably probably less than halfway, well, less than a quarter way probably through all these names. So I just started at the very bottom of the list. So I started on the very bottom of the family search tree. Like if I went all the way back to here I am. I started down here and then went down here and then opened this and then just kept going down. And so I started at the bottom and move up. You can start either way that you want, just as long as you keep track. So at the current time, I am right here on this particular individual, Henry Yoakum. So if I scroll over here in Family Search, you can see here's Henry Yoakum right here. So in this particular case, you could do it by, you notice that Henry Yoakum has multiple children, so then you can pull up Henry Yoakum and look at his descendancy view here in Family Search, but it's more efficient to use Puzzilla because you can open multiple ones at the same time and not have to search through as much data. So the way you do that is you click on Henry Yoakum and you're looking for his ID number, so you get that ID number. Then you go over to Puzzilla in a different tab. This is what Puzzilla looks like before you log in. And once I log in, you just used your Family Search login. Once you log in, you're going to get a page like this. And then you just put in change ID. And I'm looking for this ID, and which is Henry Yoakum, and I click View Descendants. And then you're going to need to change a couple things. You're going to need to change how many generations. You want to change that to 8 generations. And you're also going to probably turn off this died before 16, which is useful but not what we're looking for. Turn that off, and then you want to turn on the ordinances green tab there. And it's going to take a while. You can open multiple tabs depending on how fast your internet connection is, how fast your computer is. And it's going to go all the way back. The nice thing is this allows you to not get lost, because if you go back 8 generations, you or your spouse is going to be listed on that outside ring. So I've already taken the time to run this, so I'm going to close this one down and show you a completed version of this already. So here's what it looks like now that it's all the way run. And so Henry Yoakum's here in the middle, and this is all of their descendants, by the various rings you can see. So that's 1 generation, 2 generations, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So right here is my wife. She's the 8th generation descendant of this Henry Yoakum. So the nice thing about this is, because FamilySearch only has data of deceased individuals, and you put in your own data for living individuals, most likely you're going to be the only one on the outside rung. Or, you could have someone, just because of the way the generations are, these are people that died in 2006, 2001, all that. But right here is, you can see 8 generations back. So now the nice thing is it just shows you wherever there's a green dot, that's where you open up, and you can open that up inside of FamilySearch. So to do that, all you have to do is go to that particular person, do a left click, and then go over here, View in Family Tree. And it's going to show us Charles Littlejohn. And then you do one more step of viewing their tree. And boom, there you are, right in FamilySearch, that you can go ahead and reserve those ordinances. And I just recommend keeping track. I do all these at the same time. Open this one, View in Family Tree, and hit View Tree. And you just do that for all the green ones that show up. Some of them may be duplicates, some of them may be data errors, things like that. But a very efficient way. And then once I've kind of double checked that I've gotten all of these investigated and leads tracked down, I go back to this Henry Yoakum name in just a notepad and just put an asterisk by it that I completed. Go back to FamilySearch, and now I just want to go one step higher than this. In this particular case, there's a gap right there, so it would be this particular one to go to, but I'd go here and then here. So I'd open up Gabriel Jones Poindexter. I'd copy down their ID and plug that into Puzzilla and go from there. And that's all there is to it.